Amen.
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 Please rise to the pledge.
That was 15 seconds. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Council, I need a motion on the work session minutes for October the 2nd.
Motion to adopt.
I have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
6 with 2 abstentions.
Need a motion on the regular council minutes for the October the 2nd.
Motion to adopt.
Have a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
6 with 2 abstentions.
Okay, I'd like to break with the agenda, Mayor. I'd like to move up items 3, 4, and 5 before you speak. And then, if you hear me?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead.
May I move to do that?
I just did.
I'm seconding you then.
Thank you very much.
Item
Item 3.
Item 3, resolution canvassing the returns of the District 4 special runoff election. Council, we had 4 ballots to be voted. 3 went to Mrs. Graham, 1 went to Mr. Harris, so it did not change the outcome of the election. We need you to adopt this election.
Need a motion to suspend the
Motion to
rules.
suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. And council, we're going to pass you a resolution, and we need you to sign it and pass it down. And Mr. Bollinger, if you'll bring it back to us. Just one. Item 4, resolution issuing certificate of election for District 4 to Audrey Billups Graham.
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 5 is the oath of office for District 4, Audrey Billups Graham, being sworn in by the Honorable Tiffany McCord, Circuit Court Clerk.
Okay, if y'all want to do that, if y'all got a spot.
You signed both of them, yes.
Council, we're going to break with tradition and ask her, as soon as she gets her picture made, to come to the mayor's microphone so she can see you and also those that are so enthusiastically welcoming her tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Councilwoman Graham.
Thank you so much. I look forward to serving the city of Montgomery by way of District 4. I'm excited to be here, and let's handle business.
Okay. Welcome. Okay, Mr. Mayor.
I got to tell you, you moved up the food chain pretty quick, being next to the president there. I will say that it's very nice to see your face versus David Burkett's there. And all due respect to David.
We love David.
David's a great guy, and he's our senator, and we're going to call on him often along the way. Congratulations, Audrey. Welcome aboard. You'll find this to be an exciting opportunity. There are a couple of people we really didn't get to introduce. Tiffany McCord, who was sharing in. Tiffany's circuit clerk, I think, fixing to be in another office. We also have a member of the school board, Mary Byers, who I understand taught you along the way. So she claims and gets a lot of credit for this. I assume that's correct.
She should.
Yeah. Welcome, Mary. Glad to have you here. I have three items for this evening. The first of which is the monthly award, Community Heroes. Brokriff with the Advertiser is here, along with Michael Galvin, to introduce this month, or last month, to being introduced this month, Community Heroes. This is a program that has gone on now for 10 months, and it's recognizing those heroes, silent heroes, that are doing good work in our community. Bro?
Y'all have me fired up. Congratulations, Councilwoman Graham.
Thank you.
Well deserved. And I think it's very appropriate that you were sworn in today, given who we are honoring as our community hero for September. Council, thank you for having me here. Mayor, thank you for having me here in the Montgomery Advertiser. We are honoring Michelle Browder, who runs More Than Tours, founded in 2016. I think as you look at Montgomery and what has changed in the last year, 2 years, in terms of the face of Montgomery and where we are going from where we have been, you see the publicity that we have received for things like the National Memorial for Peace and Justice. You see the articles that are being written about Montgomery and a place that to come and embrace our history, both good and bad. I think a face that has risen above and been prominent in articles like the New York Times is Michelle Browder's, because of what she represents and what she's been doing with More Than Tours. She's this vibrant force of art and an understanding of history of where we've come from the Civil Rights Movement and before that. She understands our music, she understands the Civil War, and she expresses that on these tours with outsiders who come here by the thousands now. I think there's 200,000 people that have come to the National Memorial in Peace and Justice, for Peace and Justice. And she is that face. She is the one that people are coming to and they want to hear her history because she brings it so alive, because she has this energy about her. She wears it. You think of those red glasses and what they represent, but she wears it, and she wears it well, and she embraces it despite not being from here. She was from Denver, moved to Verbena. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I'm not from Alabama. And then came here 15 years ago and started working here. And she thought she wouldn't stay here, but she has, and now she's embraced who we are and become that representative. Now, I think it's also a representation of who she is and where she came from. Her parents, her father is a minister and did prison ministry, and that's how they ended up in Alabama. They taught her hard work. They taught how to look someone in the eye. They taught her how to smile and live life to its fullest. But I also, and I think this is appropriate considering that Councilwoman Graham was put on the council today, I think she embodies where we came from and the strong African American women that we have in this community. If you look at the civil rights movement and you look at the Montgomery bus boycott and who led that, you think about people like Claudette Colvin and Rosa Parks, and you think about someone like Joanne Robinson. I think there's a moment when Joanne Robinson is doing those leaflets to start the Montgomery bus boycott over that weekend between December 1st and December 5th, and that one-day boycott, and those are getting dispersed. I like to think that she had a conversation with Rosa and other people, and she said, and she wanted to quit maybe in the middle of the night doing 50,000 leaflets, but she didn't. And she didn't, and I hope she was thinking about people like Audrey Graham and about women like Michelle Browder. And she said, I'm not going to stop because this is going to provide them an opportunity. Because when you think about Montgomery and you think about where we're going and where we've been, it is those women, the African American women of the civil rights movement, all women that have led us to the place that we are and the place we are going. And because what Michelle Browder represents of that past and of that future, and she does it with such energy, that's why she was our September community hero. Please congratulate her.
I just want to say thank you all so much. I don't know who did this, bro, but this is very, very special, especially now that we have a woman on the city council. I'm so very grateful. I just wanted to thank my parents, my mother and father, who have been so supportive, my community. When you all talk about community of friends, you know, when you need a loan, you can always go to mom and dad. That's them over there. But I just want to say thank you to everyone from the CVB to the Chamber of Commerce to the ladies down at the Welcoming Center. And occasionally the mayor will step in and give a tour too. I want to say thank you just to everyone that's on the streets. When I point to you and you all allow me to poke fun and call your names out, I'm so very grateful. And I'm really hoping that the world will see Montgomery with a different pair of eyes. And there was a friend of mine, I know y'all, you all must remember Roberta Franklin. Roberta said, Michelle, you always look through, life with rose-colored glasses. And you have to see the beauty, even in all of the ugliness sometimes. And our history can be a little disturbing, but it's the beauty of the resiliency and the passion, the resiliency to win a city council seat, first woman, but it's the resiliency of the people. And I'm so very grateful for this beautiful award. And the Montgomery Advertiser, I'm so, so grateful. And my friends that are here tonight. Just thank you so much, Mayor. Appreciate it.
How many glasses do you have? Pair of glasses?
I bought 100 pairs.
That's what I was thinking.
But thank you so much.
Congratulations. It is really fortuitous that the next thing we want to chat about is a big award that we received earlier this month, and it was given to us on October the 11th. And somewhere in Mississippi, it's the Dexter Avenue Revitalization wins the State Urban Design Award throughout the state of Alabama. Our
Development Department. Lois Cottrell is the senior manager there, but it's all under Mac. And if I can find, oh, come on, Lois. Mac doesn't need to introduce you. Let me just introduce the brains behind what's all happening. She will give you a thumbnail sketch of why we were able to win this award, but it certainly started a number of years ago when we first made that effort to buy up all of the properties on Dexter Avenue and then do some of those other things. So Lois, thanks for your leadership. As you know, it takes a good person and real skill to write the application or write the award, but you can't write about nothing. You got to have something behind that. So Lois, congratulations to you. Thanks for putting Montgomery on the map.
Thank you
Good.
very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's wonderful to follow Michelle. You know, if we didn't have beautiful buildings and blocks to show, we couldn't tell those stories. So it really goes hand in hand. So we have won the Franklin M. Setzer Outstanding Urban Design Project, and it's about time Montgomery won this. Birmingham wins this quite a bit. This is a state Alabama Planning, American Planning Association Alabama Chapter Award, and they give it out for a project where design is integral to the planning process and where design is a major concern in the built environment. So Dexter Avenue, and there we are picking it up. That's me and Jocelyn Zanzo is our new urban design planner. We work together. So that's the award. And keep going, keep going. There's the award. We're really excited, quite an honor. But this has been something that's been going on for a decade. And it really started back with the 2007 downtown plan. Dexter Avenue, this is one of those iconic shots from the 50s. It's full of life. Dexter is full of life and cars, so you can buy things, you could shop, you could come down for the holidays, so it created your sense of community in your heart. So, excellent urban design. It fell into a decades of disrepair. We don't need to go into that. Michelle can cover that in her tours. But it did. And so some of these are some boarded up buildings. Crest has some murals on it. That's 2011. Some of you all may remember. The old Montgomery Fair there with the original vitrolite starting to fall down to the sidewalk. We have some boarded up buildings. But as the city, keep going, with the 50th anniversary of the Selma to Montgomery March, and this is what we talked about in the award. It was at that time where in the years leading up to it, the city got streetscape money, the city started planning, acquired 12 different properties and said, enough, we're not going to let these just sit here anymore. This is our most historic 4 blocks. This is the last leg of the Selma to Montgomery Trail. So as we prepared, this is a shot from 2014 taken from the roof of One Court Square with Mac. You can see the streetscape. That's design. That's good elements of design. The streetscape is wide. You feel comfortable as a pedestrian. You want to shop there. You want to park there. You want to buy things and businesses. So keep going. And then this is just jumping forward. So this is part of why we won. From Court Square up to the Capitol, we are slowly, we still have work to do. No question, we still have work to do. But we have turned around businesses. We have created 2 new public spaces in the lower Dexter Park. If you haven't gone to see that, please do. The Dexter Alley, these are innovative urban spaces. We're creating places where people can gather. The cruise-ins, there's a photo up there on the far right. The cars are coming back. People are coming back of all types. And then again, quality urban design, the detail. This iconic picture of that crosswalk. That is an example of how urban design can make you feel connected to your community and happy, and you want to be there. So Dexter is slowly coming back to life, and I'm so proud to be able to share this award for the city of Montgomery. Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Picture? All right, come on, let's do it.
Let's do.
Yeah, where do they do it? I think they throw the pictures where it is, or cut out. That first time, go grip.
We get good at it.
What have you done for us lately, huh? Well, we actually have another award that we can't talk about. I'll tease the audience. We're embargoed until maybe November the 2nd, I think it is, but it's a national award and it's going to be significant, not necessarily in the tourism industry, it's in the technology industry, and I'm excited about that opportunity. What you've seen is part and parcel of why we were on national media just last week, a week ago today, as a matter of fact, when you know that Lester Holt was here for the 5:30 NBC nightly news. We give great credit to the news department, Scott Duff, WSFA. They kind of carried the mantle with our Chamber of Commerce, talking about all the great things that have gone on in Montgomery over the years. And so the decision was made at the NBC level to come to Montgomery. And while no Montgomeryan, except maybe Dawn Hathcock, had a little bit to do with it, the WSFA staff didn't have a lot to do with the production. But we wanted just to show you just a snippet of what went on there. I personally got an opportunity to be with Lester Holt. You cannot find a finer person than Lester. And everyone that we talked to, all the people that were with him, the staff, they just sing his praises. He was supposed to leave here and go to Tampa to do a show, but unfortunately, the Hurricane Michael got in the way, and so he ended up in Panama City, Florida, and had a hard time getting out. So if you'll show just a quick snippet of what went on.
This is NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt. Across America, live from Montgomery.
The historic Dexter Avenue King Memorial Baptist Church in the heart of Montgomery, Alabama. A city long known both as the cradle of the Confederacy and the birthplace of the Civil Rights Movement. Today, a city owning its past while embracing its future. A revitalized downtown, home to new tech companies and manufacturing. A charming riverfront and minor league baseball. Good evening, everyone, from Montgomery, Alabama. Night 2 of our Across America journey. The pastor at this church was none other than Martin Luther King Jr. from 1954 until 1960. It was in the basement here he helped organize the Montgomery bus boycott. In fact, it was just down Dexter Avenue a little bit here that Rosa Parks famously refused to give up her seat on a bus in 1955.
It's NBC Nightly News anchor Lester Holt. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to see you guys. I'm glad we're finally here.
Yeah, first time in Montgomery.
It is. It absolutely is. You know, I travel all over the country and many places of the world, and when we send Montgomery, they say, "Have you been there?" And I was like, "No, I've not." Yeah. So this is a great opportunity for us to bring the
Across America tour. Of all the cities we looked at, you started in Houston, which I'm sure was great. There is Tampa, there's Kansas City, there's San Diego. In Montgomery, we got in there somehow. Why'd you choose Montgomery?
Well, I mean, a lot of reasons. First of all, we had this tremendous pitch from your news director who gave us a lot of good reasons to be here.
He's pretty persistent.
And you know, one of them, of course, is its rich history in the civil rights movement. So that's going to be part of our story here. We're going to spend a little time with the marching band from ASU, and it's just an important part of the country. And, you know, we want to be a broadcast that reflects our entire country. So this was a place we wanted to...
This visit here to Montgomery is part of his Across America tour.
Absolutely. And, you know, we want the public to come out and experience this. And we've got a lot of people out here right now, but the public is invited to come on down to Dexter Avenue to be a part of today.
Yeah, it's a big day for Montgomery, as a matter of fact. And we've got our reporter, Rosanna Smith, kind of stationed nearby to talk a little bit about just what this means for the city of Montgomery. I believe Rosanna's got Mayor Strange with her.
That's right, John. This crowd, I have to say, is very impressive. You can see right here Lester Holt walking across the stage as he continues to prepare for this show. Mayor Strange, I want you to go ahead and tell me, how great is this for the city of Montgomery? He's right behind us.
Well, I tell you what, this is the first time he's been in Montgomery. His father was in the Air Force. His brother's a pilot. And so it's a natural to come here to tell the story of Montgomery. You cannot buy this type of advertising to be on NBC, and we owe a big debt of gratitude to your station for getting them here. I've spent a lot of time with him today. He's a delightful person. I think he's really excited to be in Montgomery, Alabama.
And with that kind of work ethic, you know the mighty Marching Hornets are going to go really far. That is NBC Nightly News for this Thursday evening. I'm Lester Holt. For our entire team here in Montgomery and for all of us at NBC News, thank you for watching and good night. Thanks, everybody.
That was an exciting day, and we just we had about 1,000 people that came down to witness that. If you were in the crowd, you didn't really get to see the whole thing because only about 8 minutes of the entire 30 minutes was actually done live. The rest of it was done previously, but WSFA, we thank you for your work to get him here. So, Mr. President, that's it. Welcome.
Very good.
Council lady, is that how you want to be?
Thank you.
Councilwoman, council lady?
It doesn't matter.
We'll learn.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Appreciate the information. That's a great week. Madam Clerk, first item on the agenda.
Mr. President, item 1, mayoral veto of the resolution revoking business license of Bell's Collision Center.
Need a motion on this item, please.
Move to adopt, Mr. President.
Motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
You need to uphold the mayor's veto.
Yeah,
Move to
uphold the mayor's
uphold.
veto. Right.
Well, we want to make sure everybody understands the reason that it is
Pays the bill.
vetoed is it's been paid.
Pays the bill. That's it. So we're upholding the veto. You got a motion to uphold. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Okay. Item number 2.
Item 2, ordinance amending section 25-36 and 25-71 Code of Ordinances, Commercial Garbage Services and Charges.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Move to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Ordinance is adopted. Item 6, resolution regarding the 1960 arrest and conviction of multiple Alabama State College students for breach of the peace.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Move to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Speak to your mic. Speak to your mic.
Can we explain what's happening? And I know we push for time, but I think this is important that the public knows what we're talking about. Could we just give a quick overview?
Michael Burdell will do that. He's been the liaison on this project.
Yeah,
Good morning, Council. I want to recognize ASU history professor and chair Darren Moten. He is in the audience right now. Back in July, he reached out to us and wanted to know if the resolution that you just adopted could actually be considered. Back in February of 1960, some students from Alabama State College staged a peaceful sit-in at a desegregated or white-only lunch counter at the Montgomery County Courthouse. They were arrested and tried in Montgomery City Court and convicted. And through Professor Moten's diligence, the Alabama State Board of Education drafted a similar resolution saying that what happened was unfortunate because 1 week later, after their protest, at the urgency of the Alabama governor at the time.
Who was that?
It was John
Patterson. Yes, indeed.
Okay.
The students were expelled from the college, and others were placed on probation for their actions. Through Professor Moten's leadership, the Alabama State Board of Education has passed a similar document. The Montgomery County Commission might follow in your footsteps as well.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
This resolution is scheduled to be presented at some kind of event at ASU with President Ross. President Ross.
Okay,
Quinn Ross.
very good. Okay.
Good.
Next item.
Item 7 is now moot because the business is in compliance. Item 8, resolution finalizing the revocation of the business license of Bryson's Fine Jewelry at 8073 East Chase Parkway.
So I need a motion on the original motion and then a motion to substitute.
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
I need a motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
Now a motion to Substitute.
Motion to substitute.
Voting on the motion to substitute. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Now voting on the main motion. All in favor, raise your hand.
Motion to adopt.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted as substituted. Item 9, resolution denying and revoking right to operate a business for failure to purchase business license, doing business as Unknown Auto Shop at 2309 Upper Wetumpka Road.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Move to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Mr. President.
Unanimous.
Mr. President.
Yes, sir.
Quick question. Mickey, did y'all get square with that gentleman out in the hall about this?
Yes, the owner of the property was here. This business was reported to us. They've had no electricity, they have had no water, and they've allegedly been boarded up inside the business. So we talked with him about the procedure from here forward.
Okay.
And so as soon as we get it from the mayor, the signed ordinance, and we will pursue that.
Okay.
Very good. Need a motion to adopt.
Move to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Yeah.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 10, application for a restaurant retail liquor license doing business as Kobe's Japanese Steakhouse at 7760 East Chase Parkway.
Representative Kobe Japanese Steakhouse here, please. Come forward. Over here. Over here, sir. In the center.
You're addressing the city council. Please, thank you.
Your name for the record, sir?
My name is Harry M.
Okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone would like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I declare public hearing's been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to approve.
Be a motion to suspend rules?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Good luck with your business, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item 11, application for a restaurant retail liquor license doing business as CJ's Cafe, 2645 Forbes Drive.
The representative of CJS Cafe here, please. Come forward, please. Your name for the record, please. Pull the mic over and hear you.
Jasmine Reeves.
Okay, very good. This is a public hearing. Anyone would like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, I declare the public hearing's been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion to suspend the rules.
I make a motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Good luck with your business, ma'am. Thank you.
Item 12, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises only, doing business as Lions Pride at 9265 Boyd Cooper Parkway.
Representative Lions Pride.
Good evening, everybody.
Are you doing your name, sir?
Dharmendra Patel.
Are you doing all these?
Yes, sir.
All of them? Okay.
Excuse me, what were they previously?
It was Liberty.
Liberty is now Tiger's
all
Pride.
Lions.
Tiger's Pride Market, known as Lions Pride.
Liberty.
Okay. I'd like to do them all at one time, but okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare public hearing's been held. It's brought before the council.
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Motion
Unanimous.
to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is
Okay.
adopted.
Thank you.
Good luck with that business. Yes, sir.
Item-
Hit them all?
Stay there.
Item 13,
Okay, item 13, type.
application for retail beer and retail
You can just stay
table
here.
wine
Sorry
doing
about that.
business as Lions Pride at 640 Eastern Boulevard.
I don't think we can do that. We have to have a public hearing, every one of them, don't we?
Yes, sir, we do. They're
Okay.
individual.
Just hang loose with us, okay? We're going to go through this as best we can. This is a public hearing. Anyone would like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare public hearing has been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Number
14,
13 's done.
application for retail beer and retail table wine doing business as Lions Pride at 3345 Harrison Road.
Okay. Your name for the record again.
Dharmendra Patel.
Okay, Mr. Patel. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing has been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
Have a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 15, application for retail beer and retail table wine Lions Pride at 1121 Carter Hill Road.
Okay. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak on this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing has been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 16, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises, Lions Pride, 904 West Edgemont Avenue.
Let the record reflect Mr. Patel is still here. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, the public hearing has been held. Brought before the council. Need a
Motion to
motion?
suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. 17, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises, Lions Pride, 3894 South Court Street.
Mr. Patel is here again, and this is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing has been held. Brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Okay.
18, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises, Lions Pride, 2910 McGee Road.
Mr. Patel is still here on this one, item 2, and this is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, the public hearing has been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. 19, application for retail beer, retail table wine off premises, Lions Pride, 3031 McGee Road.
Mr. Patel is still here, and this is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing has been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 20, application for beer, table wine off premises, Lions Pride, 5650 Calmar Drive.
And Mr. Patel is still here. This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare public hearing has been held. Brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. 21, application for retail beer, retail table wine off premises, Lions Pride, 4470 Troy Highway.
Mr. Patel is still here, and we are on this one. We'd like to have it's a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare public hearing has been held. Before the council, need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Okay.
22, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises, doing business as Lions Pride, 7701 Mobile Highway.
This is a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward. Seeing none, declare the public hearing has been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. Item 23, application for retail beer and retail table wine off premises, Lions Pride, 420 Air Base Boulevard.
Let the record show Mr. Patel is still here. It's a public hearing. Anyone like to speak against this item, please come forward.
Mr. Patel, I have a question for you on this one.
Yes.
Have y'all began any construction on this property?
Not yet. It's
Okay, but you-
closed.
Okay, I know it's closed. I was just wondering, had you started any work? Okay, that's all I want to know.
I declare the public hearing has been held. It's brought before the council. Need a motion?
Motion to suspend the rules.
All right. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
That's it.
Thank you very
Congratulations. Good luck with the businesses. Thank you.
Item 24, pursuant to Section 1153B1 Code of Alabama, authorization of demolition of unsafe structures at the listed locations.
Need a motion to uphold.
Motion to uphold.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Item 25, resolution assessing the cost of abatement of unsafe structures at various locations.
Need a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules on the rest of the agenda.
Okay, I need a motion to adopt.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand. Oh, hold on.
We need the vote.
Get ahead of himself. Slow me down. I need a motion to suspend, I got a motion to suspend the rules. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted. 26, resolution declaring public nuisances, authorizing abatement and assessing cost of abatement of public nuisances on various lots.
Okay, Mr. Carr, you want to talk to us about what you got there tonight?
I just want to give you a brief update, Mr. President, and Ms. Council Lady, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
So I met her last night. She's a very nice lady. The nuisance complaints to date since October 1 are 562 complaints. Of those, 453 violations have been found, and tonight we're asking for approval of 383 to abate. And this is the lien filings for the last 2 weeks.
I see a Blaylock up there.
It's not me.
Yeah, y'all get a picture of this.
Ain't no
Where's our
bells.
cameras at? Okay, WSFA.
Is that what they call plausible deniability? Ms. Blaylock?
Green.
Green.
We've abated and placed liens against those properties.
That is correct.
Habitat for Humanity.
Habitat for Humanity. Oh, that's the bush.
Bishop. Bill Pettigrew.
Ralph Stanford. Well,
Who is Ralph Stanford?
Here comes the state tax sale. All these are state owned properties.
Go buy them. We can't buy them.
Is Claire Watson in the house?
Claire, she's back there.
We had two up there, two groups up there, was House to House, and we also had the Habitat.
All right.
Those properties, excuse me just a second, Mr. President.
As a familiar...
Mr. President?
Yes, sir.
We had two not-for-profits that we've actually doing business with, that we've made available those houses for rehabs. It bothers me that we're having to abate and
Clean 'em up.
lean against them. So my question is, are those properties, do you know if those properties are properties they've acquired from us or somebody else? Habitat and also House to House.
I don't think Habitat's a part of
Well, I would like for you to send the message to these not-for-profits that if we're going to sell them, give them, transfer them, this is part of what you've been trying to accomplish. If they're going to take those houses from us and we're incentivizing them to redevelop them and we're having to cut the grass, I think we ought to revert them back.
Yes, sir.
Very good. As somebody on television around here said one time, clean it up.
Clean it up.
Need to clean up. Okay. Need a motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
Who made the motion?
We need to make a motion?
No,
Motion
sir.
to adopt.
Yeah, motion to adopt. All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous.
There we go.
Resolution is
Keep
adopted.
it straight, Ms. Burke. Keep
Yes,
it
sir.
straight.
You want to leave?
Okay. She keeps her... All right, next. All right. We got, Ms. Graham's got some.
Councilwoman Graham has a resolution that she wants.
Okay.
It is a resolution appointing Andrea Rogers Mosley to the Housing Authority.
Okay. You got one? I got one? Okay, I need a motion to suspend the rules.
Motion to suspend the rules.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Mr. Pruitt, would you vote? Yes. Unanimous?
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Unanimous. Resolution is adopted.
Very good. Okay. Anybody got, any other councilman got anything? Okay. Let's go to our,
I have contingency funds that we need
Okay.
to approve. I've put before you that the mayor has okayed for District 1, 2,500 to Lagoon Park Trails. District 2, 1,000 to Girls on the Run. District 2, 5,000 to Madison Park Reunion Community Organization, 1,500 to Eastbrook Morning View Neighborhood Association, 1,000 to Wares Ferry Elementary School, 1,000 to Dalreda Elementary, 1,000 to Highland Gardens Elementary, 1,000 to Morning View Elementary, 1,500 to Deerfield Neighborhood Association. District 9, 1,000 to Park Crossing, 500 to Lee High School, 500 to Nellie Burge Community Center for Mary Helen's Hearth, 2,500 to Lagoon Park Trails, 250 to American Association for Children. And I didn't have enough time to make copies for you. This is for District 3, and the mayor has authorized as okay these. It's 1,400 to Alabama Dance Theater, 500 to Girls on the Run, 300 to Montgomery River Region, 500 to ECHO, 500 to AmeriCare Financial Group, and 1,000 to American Association for Children.
Clerk, you said River Region. Well, I didn't.
Montgomery River Region, RBI.
Oh, RBI. Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
anybody? Yes, sir.
I'm going to withdraw the one I have for Lagoon Park Trails. We increased it, but we ran it through 618 funds.
Okay.
So I'm withdrawing that, but I'd like to add to what I have. The Liberty Learning Foundation, $250. The Yes Program, $250. Eat South, $250.
Wait a second. You're talking faster than how much did you want for Eat South?
$250.
Okay.
Think Big, $1,000.
Okay.
Cops for Christmas at this time, $500. That's all.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Anybody else? I would like for East South, $800. Positive Parents Have Power, $800. Lifetime Resolutions, Lifetime Resources, Inc., $1,000. Liberty Learning, $500.
500.
Yes, ma'am.
Next.
Yeah, I got District 5. Act CDC, 1,000. Liberty Learning.
Wait just a minute. Okay, Liberty Learning.
Act CDC, 1,000. Liberty Learning, 500. Eat South, 500. Positive Parents Have Power, 1,000. Mercy House,
Slow down.
Okay.
Positive Parents Have Power, 1,000.
Yes.
And then?
Mercy House, 1,000.
We're having to do a program on, I mean not program, but a background with Mercy House because we didn't have the requisite information for them. We may have it now, but I don't think we have. But you can do it because I've tried to do it as well. But when it's approved, it'll get funded.
Okay. Yeah, I spoke with him yesterday, and we'll be speaking with him later this week.
It's probably going to be another 2 or 3 weeks before we get it all in place.
Okay, I'll let him know. He informed me last night that he had everything already, but.
Well, he submitted it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Mr. Lee?
Okay, American Cancer Society, Real Men Wear Pink, $1,000.
Okay.
Eat South, 500.
500?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Positive Parents Have Power, 500.
Okay.
Liberty Learning Foundation, 500.
Okay.
Ridgecrest Southern Meadows Neighborhood Association, 1,000.
Okay.
Cops for Christmas, 2,000. That's
Okay.
it.
Mr. President, don't forget me. Cops for Christmas, 2,000. And American Cancer Society, 1,000.
I think it might be appropriate for us to share with the audience this Cops for Christmas money is going to a relief fund for the Panama City area that's been devastated. Matt Morrow, my executive officer, is in charge of the Cops for Christmas, and he's been in touch with the police chief there. We've got 50 plus officers, fellow officers there that are in hurting because their families are in distress, their houses are gone, but yet they're having to serve. And so they're going down this weekend taking a lot of children's supplies. Their organization is really there for Christmas gifts for those needy families. But this is in addition to that, and they're going to buy formula and diapers and various infant items along with some basic non-perishable food, and we'll be delivering it and also working on some of the police officers' houses, putting tarps on roofs and things like that. So I wanted everyone in Montgomery to know that while we do protect and defend, we also serve, and in this case, we're serving our neighbors because they would have done the same thing for us.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to add 500 for, what's it, Cops for Christmas?
Cops for Christmas, yes.
And then 500 for Real Men Wear Pink?
American Cancer Society.
Oh, American Cancer Society.
Anybody else? Okay, I'll add a couple myself. 500 Eat South, 500 Cops for Christmas, 500 Cancer Society, 500 to Liberty.
Liberty Learning.
Anybody else? Need a motion to approve these?
Motion to adopt.
All in favor, raise your hand.
Yes. Unanimous.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. First person to speak to us on the communication of non-agenda items, John DeVoe.